Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Morale Booster with John Ughulu. And today I have with me a very intelligent woman. She is a life strategist, a career coach. Her name is Simone Morris. Simone, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, John, for having me. It's my pleasure.
Likewise. Thanks. Well, I'm glad you could take some time out of your busy schedule to join us on the program. And I believe my listeners will be able to learn so many things from you during this segment. Okay, so Simone, can you please tell us who you are and what you do?
Sure. Well, you've already said who I am. I am a coach, trainer, and speaker. I have been in business for about 5 years now. My company is Simone Morris Enterprises, LLC. And what I do is twofold. One, I am a coach, trainer, and speaker. Let me back up for a second. I should say two different areas of focus. One focus is on career advancement, career growth. I like to say that my message is putting women in the driver's seat for their careers. So it's all about taking ownership, taking responsibility for your career. And then on the other side, it's teaching organizations about how to be inclusive. So I do training in that area.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. So how's business been for you generally as an entrepreneur?
How has business been? I will say that business has been a journey. It's a lot of lesson. If you haven't gone to school to be an entrepreneur and you're just plopped into it, you are doing quite a bit of figuring out on the journey. So I will say for me, it's been a journey of figuring different things out. When I first started in business, I think I was very in tune to the talent itself. So I wanted to be a really good coach, a really good speaker, etc. But as I got along in business, I realized that I really need to be good at business. I really need to be good at being a CEO and not just a technician. So I need to be thinking strategically, and I need to be thinking about revenue and things like that I hadn't been thinking about before. So to answer your question, John, it's been a journey.
Right. As we already know, they say success is not a destination, but it's a journey. So one has to sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey. So no matter what you do, try as much as possible to enjoy the journey, like have time for friends, family, and just create moments. When you have the game plan, do not let those things go by. I really do appreciate you for saying that. My listeners out there, I hope you're all paying attention to what she's saying. Entrepreneurship is a different ballgame entirely from your paid employment. So you have to be ready before you get into that bandwagon. All right.
Yeah, I think you're quite intentional.
Right. So how do you think of coaching? How do you think of coaching as what made you choose coaching as a business or a career?
Well, John, I took some time off from corporate America. I have a background in information technology, and I spent almost 2 decades in corporate America. So I was in that space and searching for the next thing. And on that search, I took a sabbatical from work, and that's when I found coaching. So I had a coach for myself who really helped to unlock brilliance. So coaching is about unlocking what's hidden potential. And I really fell in love with that concept. I think I have been a coach for a very long time, but I didn't have the title. Because I was always helping people coming to me, asking me questions for guidance, etc. in career, and I was doing it anyway. So the coaching tag is the official title, and I got introduced to it. And I love it because it allows me to do work on myself, and I'm always learning from my clients as well and helping them to figure some things out. It always seems like there's some message that I need to hear that my client is going through. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I get that. That resonates with me too. You know, it helps us become better people. Like, this is the platform I use for my coaching. I'm a life strategist too. I do mindset coaching, and I feel the information has to go out there, despite the fact that people might not want to. They might not be interested in calling to book a session, you know. But with a platform like this, we will be able to pass the message across to those people who are listening. You know? So one thing is sure, we rise by lifting others. So when you're coaching people, you also, one way or the other, helping yourself become a better person. I so much believe in what you just said. Okay, so for those people who are thinking of switching careers, you work with them, right? Do you have any advice, you know, especially for, let's say, single parents who are looking for careers that could give them that work-life, I call it blend, work-life blend, not, I don't use balance. Do you have any advice for those people? Because I know definitely, I will definitely refer them to you. So what would you like to tell them when they have limiting beliefs that they cannot do what they are actually interested in doing?
Well, I think my first message is to tell them to bet on themselves. You must bet on yourself before others will bet on you.
Right.
And it seems very simple, but there are lots of folks not willing to take a chance on themselves, but wanting other people to take a chance on them. So I would say that if there is some message that is coming up to you that you want a change for your next career chapter, pay attention to that message, because it's really important. It could be some dissatisfaction or just itching or yearning for something more. Pay attention to it and don't ignore it and stuff it back down. I personally have tried that myself, but it wouldn't go away. And that was telling me something bigger, greater is out there for you. Once I finally paid attention to it, I was able to put intention around it to make it a reality, to be an entrepreneur. So I would say, number one is have a plan. If you've got this desire to switch, whether it's functions, whether it's companies, etc., have a plan of how you are going to accomplish that. Number two is have partners, have success partners for this journey. Sometimes doing it by yourself is super daunting, where it just seems like it cannot be done. So that's where a coach comes in, because they can help you hold your hand along the way. But it's not just about hiring a coach. It's also about leveraging your network or building relationships for career success. So paying attention to the relationships that you have in your career, or the ones that you do need to have to go to this new path that you're thinking about. So I would say those are two things that they can think about.
Right, that's a good one. So what about persistence? How would you encourage people to be persistent at what they do? For, you know, we typically, failures are part of, failure is solid proof that one is working towards a goal. So what would be your advice for people who feel they're failures in their life? You know, that's the worst limiting belief, conviction that one cannot do anything.
Yeah, you know, I just had a workshop this weekend, and it's called The Power of Owning Your Career, John. And what you're talking about, I've heard people with just a strong belief about something that cannot be done. And I just challenge that solid belief that it cannot be done. I think if you think about something as simple as Nike, just do it. So from a persistent standpoint, you must take continuous action to move forward. If the or the door that you are pushing against does not open, then look for another route to get there. And again, I go back to get partners to help you tackle the problem, to stay persistent and to get to your goal. You have to just keep trying till you get where it is you want to go. So I think persistence is super important as a employee and as a entrepreneur. You just have to be persistent to get things done in life.
Right. So do you have a niche, or rather, do you have a set of people you like to work with? Like, do you work more with women?
I do.
Single parents, children?
I work with women, professional women. I teach them how to take ownership of their careers. Right. So my message is, you may have career wounds that have happened to you, but you need to get into the driver's seat. You need to take ownership for your career trajectory, because you can drive to wherever you want to go to in your career.
Yes.
So I love what you were saying about mindset, because that is part of it, John. But I really give them tools and strategies to take that ownership.
Oh, okay. That's a great one. So to my listeners out there, Simone is a wonderful coach, especially the women, single parents. I know when I come across single parents who have that conviction, that they cannot go beyond a certain level. It always bothers me, because I know all you need to overcome such challenges is just get yourself a coach. Get yourself a coach. And people really do not understand the difference between a coach and a therapist. I don't know if you would want to throw more light on that, but the earlier we start letting people know what the difference is, the better it will be for everybody. Like that, if I'm to just say a little about that, I know the therapist would want to work on healing, but we don't do healing. First of all, when you come into a coach, you should already know what you want. But the coach will definitely provide you with the tools to achieve those goals. So if you're watching or listening to this program right now, Simone is somebody you can work with. She has the experience, you name it. So I'm going to give her 30 seconds to tell you exactly what she can do for you as a single parent, as that lady or that woman who feels she has to concentrate more on paying the bills instead of becoming very successful, getting that 6-figure job, getting that good employment, that good business. So Simone is going to tell you what she can do, how she can transform your life in 30 seconds. So are you ready, Simone?
Sure. I think I think what I would be able to do as a coach, I know what I would be able to do as a coach is to get you to believe in yourself, to get you to really look at the roadblocks that you have or the limiting beliefs that you have, to really challenge whether or not they are true. And I would say that there are many skills that, as a single parent, you possess. I grew up in a single parent household, and I know my mom was holding it down with 3 jobs and just making things happen. So right. I think you have to look at your cultural upbringing, because some of that could be holding you back in terms of you thinking that all you need to do is be responsible for your children, have a roof over your head, food on the table, and the salary. But the truth of the matter is you deserve to be in the equation as well. You need to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. Right. And so in order to do that, you have to start betting on yourself. When you bet on yourself, then you can, you start to enjoy life as well. And it's not just about providing for others. It's also about providing for yourself. So I empower women to take their rightful position in the driver's seat. And so I'm doing a lot around challenging those limiting beliefs and giving them tools, resources, strategies for success, for getting the job done.
Right. That's a good one. So to the listeners, I'm sure you heard what she said. Whatever you think of, whatever you have thought of in the past is achievable. So do not let those dreams die. Anything the mind thinks of can be achieved. Do not let the dream die. Reach out to Simone and she will be able to work with you to help you achieve your dreams. That's what we do as coaches. We provide you with the tools. But before coming to us, mind you, you should already know what you want, because we're not going to help you with that. So if you want to become a database administrator, if you want to become a nurse, if you want to become a doctor, but probably you're just having some little doubts that you cannot achieve it, probably because of your situation, then we can work with you. Because anything the mind thinks of, you can achieve it. Simone has the tools that she will provide you and bring those dreams to life. A dream that you do not take action on would remain a fantasy. But when you act on it, it becomes a goal, and she would help you convert that and help you achieve that goal. I hope I'm right, Simone.
Well, the only thing I would say is that I don't want to put off people by telling them they have to have it all figured out, because I think if you don't have it figured out, a coach can help you to get more clarity on the path it is that you want to take by asking the right questions and giving you tools to sort of figure out and gain clarity on the path that you want to take. So that would be the only thing that I would say I have a different opinion on.
Oh, okay.